Family is Providence. Thanks for listening. Diddy's sentencing is tomorrow as of the recording of this video. Judgment Day is upon Diddy, and we've seen now many letters get written, some pro Diddy, some trying to get Diddy locked up for as long as possible. But one thing is for certain, 50 Cent ain't gonna let up on Diddy. 50 has written a letter to the judge. Now, I don't think this is an official letter. It's more of a social media gimmick, if you want to say so, or just for laughs. But one thing about 50, he don't care if Diddy is down and out, about to spend potentially up to 20 years of his life in prison. 50 got eternal hatred for his enemies. That's just how I go with 50. Nothing's gonna change. Honestly, 50 one of the last people on the planet you want as your op. Not because I think he's at this stage in his life very dangerous or, 50 ain't finna run up on you and blast you or anything like that. But he's relentless. He's petty. He's also resourceful and connected. And if he doesn't like you, he'll do whatever he can to hurt you. And that's the worst type of person you want as an enemy. So, in what looks like a text message on his personal social media, 50 writes, "Dear Judge Subramanian, I have had an ongoing dispute with Puffy for over 20 years. He is very dangerous. Multiple times I have feared for my life. I think you should consider the safety of the general public, Your Honor, before unleashing him upon them. There hasn't been enough time for him to reform or make any adjustments, despite his trying to teach a class in there. As you're already aware, the government has spent the maximum amount of money on deploying federal agencies, which appear to be an army, in 2 locations simultaneously. Later, his son, who's dealing with his own rape allegations, claimed that the feds had hit the wrong house. Anyway, Diddy's only going to return to hiring more male sex workers and keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public. And babies need it. My Netflix doc on this scandalous subject is coming soon. My, brother." Yo, 50 is unbelievable. Imagine a grown man saying, "Look, I have feared for my life from Diddy." Now, mind you, not just any grown man, somebody from the hood. 50 ain't never been scared of Diddy in his entire life. And he's trying to make it seem like Diddy is this big, scary guy that Judge Subramanian must keep. And of course, the humor, the baby oil jabs. He's finna take all the baby oil and the babies need it. It's funny. It is what it is. And by the way, he's still dropping a Netflix doc, apparently. I would have thought that maybe he leaves that alone, but he's still finna drop it. Like, this man is just relentlessly trying to destroy Diddy. Now, obviously, Diddy and 50 has had a long tenure of beef, but to me, it never really seemed like their beef was that deep until obviously it came to the whole baby mama situation. Jane Doe, Diddy using 50's baby mama, Jane Doe, real name Daphne Joy, as using her for freak offs, hiring the prostitutes, whatever. And then she goes home to kiss 50 Cent's son. And I don't think 50 liked the sound of that. And so that escalated things, knowing that Diddy was messing with your baby mama. There's already business history between them that didn't work out all the way back into the early 2000s when 50 was pursuing Mace to be on G Unit. Diddy wouldn't let Mace go. These guys have been going at it for decades now. But it always just seemed to me very strange that someone like this from the streets, like 50, would want to see Diddy in jail. What I've noticed about dudes from the streets is that they would rather kill each other than to see each other in jail. Like, I've seen ops beefing, and when dude gets locked up, it's like, free him so that we could take care of him. We don't ever want the government to get involved or see people in jail. That's just how street people roll. So it's very strange that 50 would want to see Diddy in prison. To be honest with you, some of this stuff almost feels like it's snitching, like making a documentary on Diddy, like you're trying to expose more crimes that Diddy did. Now, obviously, at this point, the feds have already taken their shot at Diddy. There's nothing I think that 50 could reveal, like crime wise, that the feds weren't already aware of. And if they could have, they would have used it in an indictment. But we saw how a documentary essentially took down R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly was the catalyst to his demise. So we don't know really what could happen. And so it's just very strange to see 50 from the streets wanting to see another person locked up, even though someone that you got beef with. I don't know. Maybe 50 is 100% past the street phase of his life. Don't care. 50's a businessman now, multi-million-dollar rapper, entrepreneur, media personality. He don't care about that no more, I guess. But it's just something that's always been strange to me. That he would be going this hard against Diddy to actually want to see him spend the rest of his life in prison. Now, you might say, oh, well, he cares about the victims. Come on, we know 50 don't really care about the victims. This is all about a personal vendetta with somebody that he absolutely does not like. So anyway, Diddy's sentencing is tomorrow. We will see what happens. I have predicted in previous videos, I see Diddy getting anywhere from a minimum of 3 years to probably a maximum of 10. The prosecutors have asked for 11. If they ask for 11, it's safe to say he won't get more than 11 because the prosecutors are always going to ask for the maximum amount of time that they think that they can get. So realistically, Diddy's probably seeing around 5 years. Minimum 3. Definitely don't think he's getting time served. Could be wrong, but don't think that's going to happen. We shall see. I'll be back to talk about what the sentencing is and my thoughts on the sentencing, whether or not it's fair. Thank you guys for listening. It's been Providence. I'll see you guys in the next video.